Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to, just making sure that's working, yep, and welcome to Starbase, a game that we streamed yesterday and I did a video on today, but I didn't do the video because I was waiting for the hotfix, and then by the time the hotfix dropped I kind of got distracted with building ships. Before we go into the editor, I did want to just kind of poke around some of the ships that you do get, possibly, depending on how far away this place is. I did find some really cool ones. I'm just trying to find, oh, I think it might be a, no, it's that one. It is that one. Oh, we can go quickly nip down there. So, yeah, so what happened was I was messing around with the easy build stuff today, and then for some reason the storage modules wouldn't connect to the ship, and I was like, oh, you know what, I really need a better ship. The easy build is so balked right now that it can't do what I want to do to my ships. So I was knocking around this one. I think it's this one. There's a couple of like ship shops around. There's that one, and I think there might be another one that I walked into as well. But yeah, I wanted to get some inspiration anyway, so I walked into one of these places. I sold all my ore and ended up with loads of cash. Yeah, I'm on 57,000 credits because I just sold. It was just like, I've got all this ore, it's just sitting in there because I can't use the easy build mode. So best thing to do, sell it all so that I can keep restocked with like fuel cores and the like, and then build my own ship. And so I was kind of thinking, I was also thinking about buying a ship because there's some interesting ones here. There's like this one, which is a big one with cargo modules on. They do tell you what they all are. So this one, none of them have pictures. The Marmot, for example, it's got 48 crates and it's designed with heavy upgradable options in mind. Any combination of mining tools, 8 triangle thrusters, 6 generator units, etc, etc. They do explain exactly what all these ships are and what they're sort of designed for. But ship price is 177, and yeah, it's a bit expensive for my blood. The only one that I could really afford that I actually liked the look of, even vaguely, was this one. It's a nice sort of sled type thing, like a cargo sled, but it only comes with 4 cargo. It's a bit of a hitch here. I'm hoping it's just loading, and it's not. It's crashed. It's crashed. Bear with me just one moment. The screen will go black. Hopefully. Yes, the screen will go black because I need to restart Starbase. But I can continue talking while this one is still stuck on the screen. What happened there was the crash. The crash that I normally get on boot just happened when I walked into the ship shop. Who knows why? But anyway, so yeah, I was sort of just wandering around getting some inspiration. The screen will come back in a moment. So I'm thinking, my thought is kind of like the Maru. I think it's called the Maru from Andromeda. Yeah, you got your sort of main ship underneath, and then you've kind of got this roof box on top. And I think that's a really nice way of doing it. So I'm thinking, my mad thoughts. Yeah, so the bottom bit is basically your space RV. Hopefully it'll come back in a moment. Give it 20 seconds or so and we should be back up and running. Yep, there we go. Apologies for that. So yes. Anyway, so I'm gonna go over to the. So yeah, there's a few things you can buy. And they range from about 32,000 up to I've seen sort of 200,000 type ships. And the nice ones are very expensive, and I don't have the ability to buy them yet. Actually, it might have been in this one that there was some really, really cool ships. It might have been in the ship centre. Let's go down to the Sunny Ship Centre, because there are some that you can actually walk around in. They're big enough that you can walk around in them, and they've got like mining beams and tractor beams, so you can actually sort of basically steal asteroids. So yeah, if I can find one of those, you can. This is where sort of my inspiration is coming from. These ship shops are really, really useful, and dare I say it, I think the inspiration there comes from Star Citizen, because Star Citizen does quite a lot of things badly, but it does some things very well. The idea that you can walk around a shipyard. Let me just lock myself. There we go. Yeah, the idea that you can walk around a shipyard and walk around the ships and open them up and poke around inside them, I think that's really good. Yeah. I think it's these ones. Yeah, these ones. Right. Okay. So this is. I think this is the cargo hauler. Give it a moment and it'll, everything will sort of load up. People are being very conscientious about these things. They'll get out and then they'll close the doors behind them. I think that's a good sign for sort of a community. And we're just going to see if the textures load in. There seems to be a bit of a lodding problem. This is just low lodded. Yeah, that guy's probably having the same problems. It's probably a bit busy on the server, and yeah, they just kind of need more servers really. But yeah, so they'll come in at about 140,000 for some of these. These like have working lights inside, and so that one's like that was like a troop transporter. Let's see what else we got. They're starting to load in now. That one's not for some reason, but so this one, the Surf, which is this one, is like a minimalist shuttle. Yeah, that one's not very interesting. I have to say, for 140,000, it's a little bit pricey. But this one, oh yeah, this was the one that so I'm unable to retrieve ship data, which is a bit of a pain because it is actually quite a nice ship. I would like to know how much this one is. So if we go inside, yeah, so we've got things. I don't know what these things are, but we have things here. Got our control deck here. We can turn the lights on, I think. Is it this one where you can turn? Oh no, it's the other one. I think it's the other one which you can turn the lights on. It has a light switch. But yeah, so you've got a button, so you can close and open the doors, and you've got two either side. Yeah, it's just a very, very nice looking ship. And you can turn on the tractor beam, and you can turn on lock the cargo. Not sure what round rot does, but yeah, no, it's a really nice little ship, that. And I would quite like to know how much it is, but unfortunately, for some reason, there's a bit of a ship error with that one specifically. But these are larger ships you can poke around in. So this one is 160. Okay, so this one has an autopilot on it. Let's have a quick look at this one. There we go. So we've got a couple of doors. What's that one do? Ooh. Oh, I like that. Right, yeah, okay, so that's like a door that's on a slider, so you can open and close it. That's nice. And then this is where all the generator stuff is. I really should put the pickaxe away, but it's not going away, annoyingly. We'll just have the bolter out with me. Yeah. Oh god. Lights. Yeah, so you can turn the lights on. You know, I like that. I like all this sort of, there's a lot of just things. And you got 4 seats in there, so you can just... Yeah. And what's this one? Ooh, this looks like a big miner. Unable to retrieve... okay, so it's a cargo ship. It's an intermediate level ship. Okay, let's have a quick look in this one. Okay, so we've got... Ooh, I like this. So you got your cargo platform down here with your tractor beam. And then... Not sure what those two do. But yeah, that's the thing you have. And then you got a sliding door. So you can turn the lights on. It's very very bright. Oh, okay. So these are scripting screens. Yeah, I've not got into the scripting yet. That will be something to play around with, but this ship's very nice. Yeah, not quite sort of space RV and well, sliding door definitely. I think we probably will want like a sliding door on the outside of the ship. Got some big guns and like, what's this one? This looks much more like a Osprey inspired ship here. There's no ship screen for that. Oh no, wait, is it that one? No, that's okay. So that one is that one, and this one is this one. Apparently, this is another cargo ship. And oh right, so we've got tractor beams on the top. Okay. And then this one, which hasn't loaded in yet. But yeah, again, yeah. So these are quite expensive because they need an awful lot of resources that I cannot get hold of at the moment. And then we've got a sort of a racing ship. I mean, funnily enough, some of these ships, like the cargo ships you can get, is you know, they will go quite quickly. So that's what I want to build for. So I'm thinking, if we combine the American style RV with a roof box, and I'm thinking sort of a tri-engine style like the DC-10, but with less cargo door problems, and kind of go from there. So everyone, please pick up your space parts. It's a mess. Sorry, couldn't resist. To be fair, it does get quite cluttered around the easy build area as people are trying to shove cargo modules onto their ships. Right, we need to find the place where we go to build ships, because yeah, the starter ship is fine, not the easy build hall. It's the other one. It's that one. So easy build is where you go at the moment with your starter ships to try and ram cargo modules onto it. I can't really do that anymore because right, yeah, it is getting actually, is that a mess? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Oh no, there are sort of scattered bits of ship in the easy build hall. That's why I'm not going to the easy build hall. I'm going to the ship design workshop. So yeah, easy build is where you go to ram cargo modules onto your ship, and that will be there for building ships once the easy build system is working. At the moment, none of the parts will lock onto the ship, and so it's very haphazard of you just trying to ram things on wherever they will fit. The cargo modules will work. Beams can be a bit finicky, as well as, well, those are actually the as well as panels as well. I've had a bit of trouble getting panels on, so we will not be using that system today. So I have already started on I have laid down part of the hull earlier, but I wanted to kind of get to grips with that. So start editing. So yeah, you just come in here and you click start editing. This puts you into a private area. So when you go to test your ship, hold on, I just need to load my ship. Open or manage, yep. Space RV today, that one, thank you. So this is version 1 of the Space RV, and it looks very, very simplistic. What I did find is that you can create modules. So what you can do, and I'm actually going to create a module out of these pieces, because I think that one's going to be quite useful. So if you create a new module, and it just creates one on there. If you then save it as, let's call it deck long, because I might do a deck short. So that now, when you want to, if you want to just select a part, you can still just do that. But if you want to select the module, you can just click on the green dot. That is rather useful because I can now do this and put it roughly in place, and then pull it forwards. And this gives me now an intact sort of cocoon. So this is going to be the front part. I'll build a proper sort of cockpit in here. The rear part is going to be a little different in that I need to build this out a little bit more. So I'm going to just copy and paste this. Let's get this close. I didn't realise that this does kind of snap, but not very well. I'm going to have to alter this part a fair bit. So we're going to pull this one up, and just trying to work out how best to do that. Probably pull these back bits up as well. Yeah. Okay. Not that one. So yeah, just quickly just run along and get these up here. This isn't looking very roof boxy, I have to admit. I may kind of do a little bit more sort of space RV. Oh no, because the crates will sort of go over here, I think, and then I'll build a sort of maybe a bit more of a frame out. How big are the cargo modules? Right, so I can get probably about 3 of these across here. So if I build one, yeah, okay. So if I go into beams and intersections, so it needs to be a cross piece here. Except that's the wrong cross piece because I'm using the big ones. The snapping can be okay, but it can also be a little bit... Oh, no, there we go. There we go. But you will need to sort of... Yeah, it's a bit picky for my liking. It kind of wants you to be in a very, very specific place, and yeah, doesn't always quite work. Okay, so these are going to go up by... This is a little bit pickier than I would have hoped this would have been. Could actually put like beams sort of going down here, corner beams. So one thing that I would recommend is setting this to tiles. If you, I think it was right click. Yeah, if you, oh, you can also change it. If you do it as names, it's very, yeah, I don't really like that. But if you set it to icons, small icons, then if you want it, the name of it, you can just hover over it. That's definitely helped me a lot. So I could put like beams on here. The other thing that I found is, so, oh no, wait, no, that's rotate, never mind. Yeah, easy build mode, if you want to rotate an item, you have to first do X, Y, or Z on the keyboard, and that will change the axis. That was yeah. As you get sort of used to it, it's not too bad. It's coming together nicely, I think. Yeah, there's certainly something here. So the way that this works anyway is that you build the frame, you then put your paneling over the top, and then your modules go onto that. You weld the beams together when you're ready to do so. So let's just get this. So these pieces are going to come a little bit too short, which is fine. I could curl them back. I could push them down a bit. Straight beams, like by a tiny amount. Just rotate that one. Yeah, the snapping needs work, I would say. This would be a lot easier with the easy build system, but it doesn't work properly, so okay. I would have liked it to run a little bit more like Blender, I have to admit. See how it looks. So this is literally how I build everything. Do it by eye. I've got a rough guide of what I want next to me, but yeah, I actually quite like that front piece, and then that looks a little bit more roof boxy. That's more like what I sort of imagined when I thought roof box. So now we just need to go along here and pull these pieces up. Okay. I can just get rid of that for the moment. I'm just going to make that into a new module. Oh. Do you have to add to that module? Probably. Yeah, I just want to have that as a module that I can move around so that I can kind of get it into place. So see how high up I want it, basically, because I don't want it. Actually, I mean, it wouldn't look too bad there. And then I just need to put a corner piece on this one. I need to go all the way along, actually, don't I? So I actually need a T-piece of the right size. I can see why when people do these ship builds, they do them sped up. I did watch one. And yeah, he sort of did it at double speed or something. I need these bits just to move over a bit. There we go. So they just need that. So this just needs capping off. And that one needs a except that doesn't, that needs oh, that needs one of these ones. Oh no, 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 no. Bad. Yeah, these tools are, yeah, I'd like to see these worked on to make them better than they are. I don't think that they're necessarily bad, but it's one of those situations where you kind of want a mix between their easy build and this. Alright. Because I've got a load of uprights that are ready to go. Okay. Evidently I need a slightly shorter beam. 72s are way too short. Okay. I'll have to lengthen a beam. Or shorten or lengthen these possibly. So I'd rather get these long ones in and then shorten that one off if needs be. Okay, right. Slight problem. What's up? Yeah, that will let me do this. Right. I'm missing one. So I think I deleted one. It's down there. Thank you. I'll get to fleshing the innards out in a second. I just wanted to get the frame built. Excellent. Okay. So I just need to fill this gap. Okay. Okay, so the roof box is on. The back part where the engines will go isn't done yet. The front part where that will go isn't done yet, but I can save what's been done so far and start work on the paneling. So once I got once I've got, you know, it's like the loft, you know, you kind of got your beams that go across, and then, you know, you put your paneling in, so that when you walk over the top, you don't accidentally put your foot through the floor / ceiling. So it's not decorative plates, just normal plates. Yeah, basic plates is what I want. And 72 by 72? No. How long were these beams that I was putting in? It was these ones, 192. So be a little bit shorter. Probably 96s. Let's try the 96s. I mean, yeah. Those are very small. Let's try the long ones then. Okay, so no matter what I do, these are going to be too short. Right, in which case I think it's just a case of we'll get the biggest one we can. and then we can fill in the gaps around the edges. That sounds like a better idea. Wait. No, that's not on the rafters. Oh, it's on top of this. Okay. Yes, because I've definitely put the wrong ones in here. Because then if I put this down here, I can actually put it on top of the rafters. Right. Two pieces need to be switched out. Which are these ones? I've not actually welded up all the pieces yet, and I probably should do that in a moment. Just trying to get the general layout set, and then I'll worry about that. So that will go onto there. Okay, so we'll be able to have 3 containers next to one another up here in the roof box. So per module, that's 9 cubes. So it's slightly higher because obviously it's just on top of those 2 that I need to cut down, and I need to add a bit more support down the bottom. But yeah, okay, so we'll have, was that 18 cubes total, which isn't bad considering the labourer that I have at the moment is very much bodged together, and I think it's got 10, about 12 cubes on it. It's slow, it's not really got much room for expansion, and yeah, and this new one will definitely have plenty of room for plenty of expansion. Oh. No. So we'll just be able to lay out the deck all the way along here. So I got the really big one, 432 by 432. They have a sort of a it needs to be it's like I need to fill in this gap here. Otherwise these gaps won't be exactly sort of shaved off. However, looking at that, is that large enough for my side paneling? It's too big. Okay. Okay, so if that one's too big, then the next size down is that one. That one should be large enough. Or, you know, too small. So I've either got too big or too small. Right, fine. But I know it is starting to take shape slowly. So just as a very quick one, so thrusters would be this one. So we need 1, 2, and then one at the back. About it'll be sort of up on top of the roof box sort of area. So we're looking at this might like my DC-10 style sides engine layout. I think I'll probably have to have a little bit of superstructure coming out to meet them. Maybe like oh god, I can't remember his name. It was like I can't even remember what plane it was, but it had rear steps. So maybe having like one of those doors. They never found the guy actually. He jumped out of he hijacked the plane, or he stole money from the plane or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. I want to say P.T. Barnum, but it's not. Completely different showman. But yeah, this guy that jumped out of the plane using the rear steps. So maybe we want some rear steps out the back here, and then round the front we will have our pilot's chair. Which will be something like that, and then the actual cockpit will come up come on, snap. Okay, so that's sort of where the pilot will sit, and there'll be a sort of a proper sort of cockpit that comes out down here, and probably a side door. I'm thinking about here. So we can put a hinge. I don't know what all these hinges do, but we'll put one of these in. Sort of goes over there like that. except it's the wrong way around. I can see it's the wrong way around because that needs to be inside. And reasonably in the middle. That's reasonably in the middle. Excellent. Not completely certain how we're going to sort of build our door around that, but we'll get to that. I might have to go back to those other ships and just have a bit of a peek. Save the game. Landing gear would be my my other thing. Do we have landing gear? No. Guess it's more of a decorative plate. So we don't really have landing gear in the game. I do definitely want. Oh, I can have a grab handle. I'm sure that would be useful for grabbing onto. Yeah, I was just thinking about lamps, but maybe not. They need resources that I do not have the ability to. Yeah, these I can do. These I can do, I think. So, yes. So the way that you do like welding, you literally just select your welding tool and weld these parts together. Which I will do now. So all the orange bits need to be welded. If you then decide that you need to change something out, you can just literally pull it out, shove a new one in, and re-weld it. It's just so that the game knows what's welded to what. I'm hoping, because I'll obviously do more work on this tonight. I'm hoping that by tomorrow I might actually have a bit more of a ship to show off. Okay, so that's all bolted. Oh, I've just auto-bolted it, so anything that needed to be bolted is now bolted. The engines aren't because they're not actually connected, and some of these are. Yeah, all of these are. Okay. I mean that will all need to change, and I'll just. That's not a problem to just. You can just haul it up and then do it, and then just do a bolt. So that's all now rebolted. So you can just, you don't have to unbolt things in this mode, move it and then rebolt. You can just pull it off and then slam it down in. And yes, I think I'm going to do a very, very quick. So you can then go to, so save it obviously, and then test. If you do buy custom, oh, it won't actually do it yet, but I can just quickly get rid of those. So the reason why you might do this instead of going through the easy build mode is because under the easy build mode you need to use research to unlock things. But if you do buy custom starship, it will just tell you what ore you need, and then you can just do it, or you can just do assembly, I think. yeah, I think you can just do assembly and it will just build it for you, but I'm not quite ready to do that. Can test mode, that's the one I was looking for. And so this is what my ship will look like when it's ready to go. This is not in the actual world, this is just in a sort of a test level. So the things that I will need to do, obviously sort out this, so this lies flat, shroud this all in, and then sort out the door, work out how the door is going to work, and then put in all the other bits and pieces that I will need. But I think this is the point where I leave you, because yeah, I think that, you know, I wanted to do a video of this, a stream of this, because, well, people right now you've basically got two choices. You either just jam more and more cargo modules onto your labourer, or you dig in and go for the other mode, because the ship designer, which is what this one is, it's a much more in-depth system. It's an awful lot slower than using the easy build system, and it's going to be an awful lot to sort of get your head around, but I think it's something that's definitely worth doing, especially as right now the easy build mode doesn't work. Simple as. So the only way to really get the ships you want, you're either going to be buying them in the ship shop or building them yourself. And I think for vast majority of people, if they can work out how to build the ships themselves, you know, obviously it's a learning curve, but it's going to be rewarding to actually be able to sit back and say, yes, I am flying a ship that I made myself, and all the problems with it are my own fault. Because that's how I approach everything these days. Is, you know, oh, my base has exploded. Well, I probably shouldn't have filled it with hydrogen. So yeah, I'm going to end this stream here and get on with fixing a couple of. I need to fix these, those two. Drop this down, finish off the top bit here, yeah, fix this back piece so that I can shroud it all up, and then I can look at, oh yeah, fix this out so that I can have a bit of a superstructure coming out, so that I can sling my engines underneath so I can get a bit of a DC-10 look going on. Build the rear cargo door and start fitting all the engines and doing the pipe work and working out how these doors work. So yes, this is what I'm going to get on with now. So with that, I will say thank you very much for watching. I hope that a few people found it interesting or find it interesting in the future. Yeah, so with that, I'll say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.